Welcome back to another episode of Automotive Insight. Today we have a 2018 Big Money Willis M550i. Today we're just going to be installing brake pads. We're not going to do anything with the rotors. We're just going to install these huge pancake size brake pads.
Pancakes.
Let's get to it. Wheel bolts are 17 millimeter. First thing we're going to do after taking the wheel off is we're going to go for the brake pad wear sensor. It is housed in this box here. There's little tabs and a bunch of debris in there, but it is the further one. I think it's the blue one back there. And that can come out with the pad. Now we're going to push the caliper pistons back in. I don't have any fancy tool, but I've got two pry bars. We can stick them in here, wedge them against each other. We gotta get these slide pins out. Got a long skinny punch, but these springs are holding on it. I know we can get them out, but we'll see what it looks like trying to get back in. So after knocking it out, easiest thing I found to do is put a pair of vice grips on the end of it, push with your finger, and wiggle it on out. Your pad should be able just to slide on out. It's huge.
And I think we're going to make it big league.
The inside one that's tend to stick into the piston. I'm not sure if the front side is supposed to do the same, but so you just pry this off the inner pistons and still work its way out. We're good to go. So I'm just going to take a little pipe brush, just kind of clean up any kind of buildup there. So inspecting the pads, I don't see any kind of inner or outer. They do come with actually adhesive paper on it. I'm actually not going to put any kind of lube on any of the contact points because the shims wrap around and plus the adhesive on the back. So, but you can go ahead and install your sensor, your wear sensor out while the pad is out, and just on the inside pad, work it back into place. Same thing with the outside pad. All right, we're going to route our brake wear sensor harness. Alright, we got our driver's side button up. We're going to do the exact same thing on the passenger side. Only difference is there's no wear sensor, but everything else is the exact same process. We're going to start working on our rear brakes. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to just install pads. We're not doing anything with the rotors. These have electronic parking brake built into the caliper. They are 2-wire. I don't have the capability with my scan tools to do it. Everything's too expensive. So we are going to do the cheap method. We're going to use a power probe, energize it, and push the caliper back in. But to get the caliper off, these are 13 millimeters. All right, with our bolts out, let's see if we can get our caliper off. All right, we're going to work on deactivating, getting the caliper basically screwed back in. Using the power probe, I have the ground on the top side, and we're going to power the lower one. That's going to allow it to, and you'll hear the motor actuate. Calipers off, your pads just will slide out like any normal vehicle. BMW pads come with these clips and new bolts. Again, we're not doing anything with the rotor, but why not? We got them. We'll change out these clips because it's not my responsibility if they make noise from here on. The rear pads have an inner and outer. The center is basically open for the piston, and the outer one has the 2 dimples on the lower. So this is the inner, that's the outer. The only difference in this side than on the passenger side than on the driver's side is this side has the sensor in it. I'm hoping it's back here somewhere for the connector. There's a 10 millimeter nut right there. There it is. There she goes. With this disconnected, you can pull it through the center of the caliper, and you can leave it in the pad if you want to, but now you can take your pads out.
You got this one don't pack. You no problem.
So with the sensor, the same thing like the front, just snaps into place. I do find it easier to install it before installing the pad. These I kind of lube up like normal, same as the other side. There's nothing sticky.
Look at all that lube.
I know. Go ahead and string this back through the caliper. So this is the culprit for the brake warning light, brake pad warning light. As you can see right there, it basically just cuts the wire as it wears down. There's a little bit of meat left, but this is about what they look like when you're starting to need pads. So after the hard part of putting the pads on, there is still warning messages up here. So you have to put the instrument panel in a diagnostic mode. You can do it 3 times real quick. Diagnostic mode active. Press and hold this button on the far left of the instrument panel. Okay. Press and hold it again. Okay. Reset successful. So we're going to pump our pedal up like normal. As I've said in some of my other videos, I don't like to do a full pedal stroke. Just do a bunch of small ones just to kind of push the pads back in. And then we're also going to work on seating our rear parking brake with the electric motor.
There it is. All right.
Okay. I usually activate it a couple times just like normal. And then this brake job is done. Well, this wraps up another one. I've been told that diagnostic mode method, you might be limited to how many times you can do it before you have to get into with the scan tool. I don't know, just what I've been told. This is a normal brake job. It's actually not that hard. Rotors, if you want to, you probably get, like we're trying to do out of this one, get another, the car's got 50,000 miles on it. So instead of spending another $800 for rotors, why not? So parts costs on this, these were OE parts. It was a front set of pads, rear set of pads, and one front sensor and one rear sensor. We were able to get these for $400. They probably run close to $600 at the dealership. So you can pick and choose. There's aftermarket options, but I mean, it's your car. You do what you want to. But anyway, hopefully you like what you saw today. You'll give us a thumbs up. You'll like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
Pick you up at 8. You probably won't be awake. Call yourself an Uber, babe. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait.
I was like, something's about to happen. Whoa, something about to happen.